Coming out of New York, I always learned about flavor and different shit like that. Not to diss New York, I learned a lot, but I never knew the game. I never learned the game. And when I went to Baltimore, I didn't learn the game. Nobody ever took the time to show me the game. When I got to Oakland, that's when I learned the game.
What it do? What it do, man? And fuck, damn. Excuse me for that. I accidentally kicked myself out of the live, but I'm back at it. But once again, man, what it do, man? It's yours truly, Michael Scarry, back at it. You know what I'm saying? Salute to everybody that's on the tap in, man, on Facebook. Uh, what are my other destinations? X, as well as um, Twitch. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? We got hers truly up in here, and yours truly, mine truly, ours truly. Taylor May in the building on the tap in with me, though. You know what I mean? But the topic of the day, you know what I'm saying, is Tupac. It's about Tupac Shakur in his own words. And it's more like a Bay Area addition to this topic. And the reason why I bring this up today, man, it's just out of something that I've been paying attention to, man. Let me just go back. You know, Tupac, if you know his history, is originally from New York. You know what I mean? And I believe the 1970s, you know, Finney got caught up with what was known as the New York 21, a group of uh, activists and Panthers. You know what I'm saying? For crime, and she was fighting for her life. You know what I'm saying? While she was pregnant with Tupac. You know what I'm saying? Uh, and she won. You know what I mean? She actually was carrying Tupac in her stomach, man, while she was fighting Uncle Sam, fighting for her life. Tupac was literally born in prison when she had him. So he was born in New York. All right. You know, had his time out there, migrated to Baltimore. You know, if you know about that, you know, that's when he met Jada Pickett when they went to the school that they had went to. I don't know the name of the school off top, but I know that was in Baltimore. You know, and that's where he got. You know, what I mean, he's he blossomed. You know, with his art. I mean, it's a lot of documentation on that. You can go look that up, go Google it, which I advise you to. You know what I'm saying? Always go do your own homework and just take nobody's word for it. But then because they wanted to be more, according to his sister, because they wanted to be more closer to Geronimo Pratt, who was in San Quentin at the time, they moved out here to the Bay Area, to Marin City. That's where Pac and originally was at. Now, as Pac was getting older, you know, he Pac was all over the Bay, really. You know what I'm saying? But he got his first put on in Oakland. You know what I'm saying? Fucking with Money B, Digital Underground, and them. And despite that, Pac he wasn't just in Oakland. I mean, everybody fuck with Pac. I mean, and especially him being in Digital Underground, being a backup dancer, them doing shows and shit all over the place. I mean, if you was around at that time, man, you know how Digital Underground was moving. You know what I mean? So um, when he was alive, man, it wasn't no dispute about where the nigga was from. You know what I'm saying? The Bay Area embraced him. Period. We embraced Pac, and Pac embraced us. Period. You know what I mean? One thing about Oakland, the gift and curse about Oakland, and I mentioned this before, is that it's the effect that we have on people. You know what I'm saying? That we have on prominent people. The culture of Oakland. You know what I mean? Take Too Short, for example. One of the best examples, of people who are not originally from Oakland, but came out here and adopted it as his own native land, just like Pac did in his own words. You know what I'm saying? So, for the most part, we don't have no dispute on the city that, is most known for Pac. Not that we are just claiming him or whatnot, but the first city, first town to name a street after him. You know what I mean? To give him that kind of homage, that loved them that much. You know what I'm saying? That people went through what they went through to make that happen. You know what I'm saying? This is the place where he was at when his career started. Um, Look at the video clip I just showed in his own words. Where did he say that he got his game from? It's another clip that I need to look up. I got it somewhere. I couldn't find it, but you know where he literally said, "If I'm claiming anywhere where I'm from is Oakland." When he was alive, there was no dispute on that. But now all of a sudden, we got people coming out saying, "Yeah, Papa, he was really from Richmond. He was really from here. He was really." Look, man, people all over, man. There's no dispute about that, man. Tupac Shakur had people all over in this thing, man. There shouldn't be. I don't know what it is. It annoys the hell out of me. You know what I mean? Because it muddies the water. You know what I mean? Um, you got to look at what a person represented on his own. He represented this shit. You know what I'm saying? Then it was a two-way street, and we're not making any disclaim that Tupac, had roots in Richmond or Marin or wherever, Vallejo, wherever. There's no dispute on that. We're not. That's not even an attempt here to in any way water that down to any degree. You know what I'm saying? About it here, the thing about it here, what I'm getting to is that we in year 2025. We're in 2025, some 29, 30 years later. And we're talking about niggas coming out all of a sudden talking about where Pac was from. You know what I'm saying? At this point, who gives a fuck? Who cares? As people should be happy and live on the fact that Pac was a Bay nigga, period. We should be standing on that. You know what I'm saying? The Bay loved him. The Bay embraced him. On All Eyes on Me, he didn't just have Oakland niggas on there. He had Fody, he had D-Shot, Sebo, Forte. You know what I'm saying? Like, why are we having all of this? Why is this effort, you know what I'm saying, for motherfuckers to try themselves into an equation some 29 or 30 years later? I didn't do that. So why y'all doing it? Is it a clout chase? Is it an attempt to make your city more known? Is it? What's the point? Okay, he has some niggas. He got some good experience out there. Cool, for sure. You know what I'm saying? Shit, JT the bigger figure. You know what I'm saying? Pointed out time shit, man. When he first met Pac, he said shit they jumped him. Okay, I can't dispute that. That's history. He talking about, shit. He went on talking about when he's talking about master. Look, man, every artist in the regardless of where they're from, has a Bay Area experience. They move around. We're not like these other cities and zones, man. We ain't just anchored to one place in the Bay. If you from Oakland or from Richmond, like, we crawl all over the motherfucking board. It's no different. He cross mingle with everybody. Man. So why are we on this thing on where Pac was from? Why it looks like it's, and to be respectful, you know what I'm saying? And I can only put this as respectful. It looked like a clout chase to me, man. It looks thirsty. Because we at a time where it don't even matter. I'm trying to figure out what's the point. I'm scrolling Instagram and I'm telling you, I seen it one few times. Okay, cool. All right, for sure they keep me popular and blah blah blah. Okay, but now it's an art and effort. They give them long ass clips and videos. You know what I'm saying? Of motherfuckers talking about like, yeah, we leaving them out. We ain't talking. Who leaving y'all out? Who leaving y'all out? Who leaving y'all out though? Who? Wait. That man been gone since '96. I can see if he was alive, be like, yeah, Pop, keep it real. You know what I'm saying? You know you was this, that, and the third. Cool, that's fair. This man been dead since '96. All these years didn't went by. If you've been alive, you know what's been happening. Now here it is, we in 2025, and this is what niggas talking about. Don't y'all got something better to do than that? You know what I mean? Bad enough we got a nigga that's on trial for being stupid enough to come out and cloud chasing, talking about and telling on his own relatives, telling on his own dead relatives and homeboys. Couldn't wait till they die so he can be a for his 15 seconds of shame. We don't need to do that, Bay Area. We better than that. I ain't calling out no names. You know who the fuck you are. And y'all know who I'm talking about if you been paying attention. It don't matter where in the hell he was at. So what? In his own words, where was he from? Where did Pop himself, where did he say he got his game from? If he was all of that, where did he say he got his game from?
Coming out of New York, I always learned about flavor and different shit like that. Not to diss New York, I learned a lot, but I never knew the game. I never learned the game. And when I went to Baltimore, I didn't learn the game. Nobody ever took the time to show me the game. When I got to Oakland, that's when I learned the game. The game.
Hello? In his own words. In his own words. Want to hear it again?
Coming out of New York, I always learned about flavor and different shit like that. Not to diss New York, I learned a lot, but I never knew the game. I never learned the game. And when I went to Baltimore, I didn't learn the game. Nobody ever took the time to show me the game. When I got to Oakland, that's when I learned the game. The game.
So he said when he got to Oakland, that's when he learned the game. Sounds kind of like the same thing I heard Too Short say a trillion times too. And everybody else who then came to the town and got the influence. Now I'm proud. I couldn't be more blessed to be the sprout from this small, great city of Oakland, California. I love my town. I love our history. You know what I'm saying? But I don't, you know what I mean? But every city in the Bay Area has just as great history too. I love Richmond. I love Frisco. I love Vallejo. I love EPA. Even the smaller Hayward. You know what I'm saying? Berkeley. I love the Bay. We have a lot of culture. What is it to love about the Bay? You know what I mean? Except the fact that the Raiders ain't no longer in there. You know what I'm saying? The hell with the people. That's a whole nother conversation. Anyway, you know what I mean? Couldn't be prouder, right? You know what I mean? But we gotta quit doing that, y'all. We gotta own. We gotta love where we from, man. You know what I'm saying? Like we gotta really we gotta be above that type of shit. You know what I mean? So I ain't gonna be too long winded on it, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna leave it there for a moment, man. So like, comment, like, share, subscribe to your guy, man, Mike Ascari. You know what I mean? And, you know, we'll get to it, man. You know what I'm saying? I accept any and all feedback to it, man. As long as you respectful. You know what I mean? So hold on, somebody tapping in. Oh, yeah. So yeah, so we'll leave it at that. But I'm gonna end this one, and I have another topic I'm gonna touch on So I'll be back on though. But for this topic though, again, just for those who are late to what this is about, if you just watching the title, this what this is about.
Coming out of New York, I always learned about flavor and different shit like that. Not to diss New York, I learned a lot, but I never knew the game. I never learned the game. And when I went to Baltimore, I didn't learn the game. Nobody ever took the time to show me the game. When I got to Oakland, that's when I learned the game.
That's what that's about. In his own words, where he said he was from. I end on that note.
It's about how hard you think that gets and
Dirt.
keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done.
Yep. Right. Let's get it. Bitch. Say, bitch, I'm talking to you. Find your place, sit silent, and listen to the truth. Spit no game, all silence. I whisper to you. In your ear now, bitch. Go hunt for the loot and bring it to me. In this cold world, I'm all gas. She come show with all ass. No squat free, bitch. Hit roll, find cash. Tricks lurk trying to find ass. They find none till they find cash. That one and buy anything for free. Pussy a tight ass. That isn't shit running my vein. Pull from the tongue, kill from the brain. That was a sharp knife and my love was a killer whip. What hell they made? Random cold streets is a little nigga. No child's play. All bigger niggas. Young Holly Rock. Team lemon niggas. From the dope game. I'm killing niggas. Now I'm on right of my life. 20 years old. Looking at life. Satin breathing for 21 months. Trauma still fighting the fight. Sister 100 years plus 47 with a kickstand. Still waiting. Tell them got told on by my old fellas to the road for. It's a hard lesson. 25 hard years later. Walk the yards now. This get back. Most of my fam died. And the city looks inspired. I ain't fucking with that. Get my new start in a new place. In a new face. In a new space. Be my own brand as an inmate. Down bad. Still great. Yeah. And I'm just scratching the surface, nigga. Yeah.